Hello, everyone. It's Mrs. Powers. I just wanted to take a minute to kind of walk you through what you should be doing right now if you are not in the seminar. You should be in the classwork section of Google Classroom in the Unit 1 folder. And you are skipping the characterization pretest with Duffy's jacket because you already took that last week. And then you should already have done task 1, which is to get to know the summative. You are not starting the summative now, you're just learning about it now so that you know what you're going to need to do at the end of the unit. And then right now, if you're watching this, you should be on task number 2. I can infer a character trait. So what you should have done is opened up this folder and grabbed the intro to characterization slideshow, or you saw my video and now you're watching the video. So what I would like to do is just walk you through what I'm hoping you do as you view the slideshow. You should definitely look at the titles of things and read the information that's on the slide. Sometimes the picture is just a little bit symbolic and silly, and other times the picture might have deep meaning, and so it's good to stop and analyze each of the pictures as well. So right now your focus is paying attention about this introduction to characterization, and your goal is to be able to answer the questions: what is characterization, why do we care about it, and how can I be more aware of it? So Beyonce wants to tell us about characterization. What is characterization? And there's 2 different definitions here. First, a character, because a character is someone or something who takes part in the story. And then the definition of characterization, which is a process in which the author will reveal the personality of a character in a story, right? So that's characterization. It's being aware of the process that the author goes through to show us what they want us to understand about a character. So why do we care about characterization? The Rock wants to know. And long story short, we're doing this whole study right now on people and looking at how people change and grow and struggle. Well, we can learn a lot about people when we look at stories and we look at characters and how they behave. So it's going to help us understand not only the story at a deeper level, but also how a person affects others in real life. We, as you know, are really focused on standard 7.4.1.1, which talks about citing several pieces of evidence to support inferences as well as explicit pieces in the text. And so we want to just remind you that you need to make sure that you include evidence or support for the things that you are thinking. Next, this is a really, really awesome strategy that you can use to become aware of characterization. So when you feel like an author is trying to reveal something about a character, reveal who they are to their core, these are all things that you can think about. And notice that this spells star, S-T-A-A-R, right? So what it means is this, that when you think about the speech of a character, what the character says, that can show you something about a character. When you think about the character's thoughts, sometimes the author will tell us what a character is thinking. Those characters' inner thoughts and feelings reveal to us the personality of a character, right? If the character's always worrying about something, then we know that they're kind of a worrywart. Actions, when we pay attention to what the character does or how they act, that can show us something about a character. For instance, if a character is always late, or if the character always forgets things, like Duffy, or if a character is very impulsive, they do things without thinking. All of those actions can help us understand more about who the character is. We can also use a character's appearance to infer things about their characterization. For instance, if their clothing is always wrinkled and unkept and dirty, or maybe sloppy. They just don't really seem to put a lot of attention to their physical appearance. We can make some assumptions about them based on that sometimes. And then the last one is reaction of others. When we look at how other characters respond to that character, that shows us something too. The best example I can think of is with Voldemort from Harry Potter. When you even say the name Voldemort, people shudder and they shush you and they tell you not to say his name. And that shows us how we are supposed to feel about Voldemort, that he is a scary presence. So we can use star to help us notice, just like the contrast and contradiction. When we pay attention to these things, when we notice these things, we'll pick up a lot more about a character and be able to analyze them a lot easier. This is a really great question Pink is asking us. So if a character is tired, can I assume they are lazy? And this is such a great example because obviously this is like a person who probably just ran a long distance, and I'm only guessing that because of her top that she has on, that she looks like she's in like an official race, and she looks like she's pretty fit. So I'm guessing that she probably ran a long way, and so she's probably tired because she just finished running, right? But I wouldn't call her lazy because she probably just ran like a marathon or something, right? But this guy down here, I would maybe assume that he might be a little bit more lazy because of the way that he's eaten on the couch. He looks very comfy in front of the TV. I can't for sure assume he's lazy. He might be tired too, but for sure I would not call this person lazy. So we just have to be careful that we don't make incorrect inferences. Someone who's tired is not always lazy. And then I'm actually going to stop the video here in a second, and I'm going to ask for you to go back to this slideshow on your own and just go through the activities. The directions tell you at the top what to do, and you don't have to use a sticky note. You're just going to complete this like on your own. You can write it down if you want to on scratch paper or just do it in your head. But just check yourself and see if you're on the right track. The answer will be on the next slide. And then if you actually skip down a couple more slides, here's some more practicing. Okay, your job is to close this lesson with a good understanding of how you would infer character traits and how you can use this process of STAR to help you with that. So keep practicing with this until you get it, okay? And if you have any questions, write them down, and then later you'll be able to get those questions answered. All right? Good luck. And then once you're all finished with task number 2, I can infer a character trait, and you feel really good about that ability, that skill, then you're going to move on to task number 3. I can explain how a character and the plot impact each other. All right? So that's it for now. I'll see you later.